I think it's safe to say that everyone in the world has heard of New York City, but not many people have heard of its namesake, York. York is in northern England, and it is this quaint, adorable, quirky little city with winding cobblestone streets. It's very Harry Potter-esque. Everything has a little bit of a tilt. It has amazing food, it has great texture, culture, history, and I can't wait to take you along with me. "9 a.m., my first morning in York. I hear bells. So I start walking through these little streets until I turn a corner, and there, right in front of me, is York Minster, the cathedral. And just like every cathedral, it is just stunning, the amount of detail, the intricacies of the marble. But what was also interesting was the scaffolding, which most cathedrals also have. So what I learned about York Minster is because of the stone that they used, it will perpetually be under renovations. But I got to meet the head stonemason who carved this statue of Queen Elizabeth, and it was a more educational experience than I was expecting, but it was also really cool. It was cool to get this history. Also, I went to Evensong, which is an evening service where you can go and you can listen to the boys' choir. Oh my gosh, if you get the chance to do that, it is incredible. York is unique because it has both Roman ruins and Viking ruins, so they can trace their roots back a very, very long time. But what is most famous about York today is a street called the Shambles. I don't know how it became so famous. My guess is social media, or maybe it's just this really cute, unique street. All of the buildings are precarious. In fact, I saw a couple guys doing construction when I was there. One was holding up a beam of a 3-story building, and the other one was kind of drilling at the base. And then they both kind of looked at each other like, sure, that did the trick. These buildings are from like the 1300s. Now they're full of Harry Potter shops, Christmas shops. It has a very whimsical, magical feel. But back in the day, the Shambles was the street of the butchers, and it was filled with blood and offal. Is it called offal? Offal? The guts. It was a smelly, disgusting, dirty, grimy place. It couldn't be more opposite now. My favorite meal that I had in York was my birthday breakfast, which was at the Black Wheat Club. It's this tiny little restaurant where they bake their own baked goods upstairs. Their sourdough bread was so good. I got this omelet with goat cheese and zucchini, and then this pastry, croissant dough, mascarpone filling, a poached apricot, and matcha crumbles. It's like the best thing I've ever eaten. It was so good. York is full of these twisting, turning streets, and all at once I came upon this really narrow doorway. It's about as wide as my shoulders. And I went up and discovered the York City walls. This is a big attraction in York. I had no idea that this is where I was going, but it turned out to be one of my favorite things that I did. The wall isn't actually that high, but every so often there are these kind of outposts, like guard towers, where I imagine a guard would be stationed, and then you have a really good vantage point along the wall so that you wouldn't need a soldier at every single little gap. Walking the York City walls has been my favorite thing I've done so far. Totally unexpected. They're not complete, but they go for quite a long distance. And I guess what I'm loving about it is it's really giving me a sense for what it used to be like back in the day. You're feeling this protection of the walls. There's these high guard towers that allows you to see out. You have a high vantage point, and everything is centered on the cathedral. There's this really cool restaurant concept in York called Spark. It's a collection of boxcars, and what they do is they have new restaurants come in to kind of get themselves going and establish their recipes. So I went there, I got this sourdough pizza and a bao bun. So delicious, such a fun idea. You order everything from a QR code on the table, and there's all these picnic tables and little fairy lights, and it has this very kind of communal feel.
Did you bring me back one?
No, I ate it all. York rose to prominence back in the day because of its river and its access to trade. Now it is beautiful to stroll along the river. You can go on a boating tour. I saw people kayaking. I opted for the other route of just getting an ice cream and enjoying the sunshine, which was absolutely perfect. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to go to a horse race. I went to the York racecourse and everyone was all dressed up. The ladies were in dresses and heels and fascinators or big hats. All the gentlemen were in some sort of button down with either a bow tie or one guy even had a top hat. And then once the races started, I ran down to the rail, and when the horses ran by for the first time, it took my breath away. I actually got pretty emotional because it was just such a cool experience and something I've wanted to do for so long. York has such a great blend of old and new. It's steeped in history, but also feels really current. It's big enough that there are so many things to do, but small enough that you can walk everywhere. I loved my time there so much. I would go back in a heartbeat. Thanks for going on this adventure with me today. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.